They will need our aid. Let's go. And as fast as Pat can move, he's following them.
For God's sakes,
Wait.
stop getting the town in a goddamn frenzy.
Hello and happy Wednesday, friends. I know it's been a while since you've seen us on a weekday, but here we are now, once again. 'Tis I, down here in the bottom right corner, not in my usual middle space, DM Daddy RPG, here to bring you happy tabletop fun time shenanigans. This time, with an actual D&D campaign, not just me making a mockery and what my real thoughts of Dungeons & Dragons actually are, like what Isle of Ozmo was. This is a campaign that we are calling Aeternum, which is Latin for perpetual, because the way that we have it set up is this game can go forever, if that's what people really want. If it does end up that way, we will open submissions back up to get more people. If this becomes a mainstay thing, I have faith. I'm really liking this. So this is Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, for serious this time. We are joined by 4 regular players. We have Mitch portraying... Oh my god. The names are right in front of me. Gosh. Pat Mudfoot. Luxor1091 portraying Elvor, Kellerin, Mattis. Ashley the Rage, Mage, Witch, Brick, Magic Ashley, Ashley the Witch, Ashley the Angel or Good or whatever compared to Cheese, Cheevil, portraying Lucinia. We have Deadly Ambitions portraying Durant Lionsteel. And those are our 4 mainstays. You will see these most weeks, but we have auxiliary characters. We have 4 lovely players who have signed up to take on being the 5th, and they will rotate out. And as well as, if one of the mains can't make it, we'll have 2. This week we are joined by JenOfThieves, portraying Devlin Highspire. Angelic Ashley. Okay. Yeah. So, a couple of quick maintenance things for both my players, who I've reminded a couple times, as well as for the viewers at home, or those watching on YouTube. I'm sorry, this will probably get edited out. I don't know. All of the redeems are different for this D&D game. All of them. Cares normally are just like, here's the thing. This time, they give advantage. Wow, the music swells. This time, they give advantage to players. And any that are not used through the course of the game will turn into nice items waiting for them at the start of next game. That is care. Heals. Heals a free roll a hit die. Get some HP back. Easy. Harms. Harms grant disadvantage to players, or equipment will break at the worst opportune times for me. And if 3 harms, 3 bricks are stacked up on a person, well, initially I had thought of the idea of the enemy will auto crit on them. Instead, I just decided the enemy will just do normal damage, normal max damage, not a crit. So, for example, if something does like 1d4 plus 1, they will automatically take 5. There's no roll needed. I don't care about your AC. You getting hit. But the newest one, the best one, is the interventions for this game are completely different. D&D, there's a lot of things, a lot of aspects in Dungeons & Dragons. One of those is it's very faith-based. There are gods. They are real. It's not like real life where it's like, is he real? Are they real? I don't know. In this one, they're freaking real. And, you know, if you decide, you, the viewers, decide that they deserve some help from their deities, well, that's good, because my players, the people playing in the session, are not allowed to redeem intervention. Only the viewers can. Only the gods may decide if they want to help their faithfuls. So, the realm of Aeternum is its own isolated thing. It is my own world. There is going to be more lore dropped about it over on the Patreon, because lore drops are going to be a thing. But essentially, the realm is, there's a monarchy, there's a queen. She is the supreme ruler, the rule of the ruling class, and therefore all of the realm. She has many advisors, many different things. Most notably would be, oh my God, Marshal Grimbeard, who is the captain of the Sentinels. The Sentinels are like your everyday police entity in this realm. That they protect. They totally protect and serve and defend and everything like that. But outside of that, there are defenders of the realm. These are people that come from the 5 main areas of populace. That could be the Lion's Gate, Stillwater, the Grand Caravan, the Tower of Rod, and the Common Folk area, which is just every general township, all led by one mayor. Our players are defenders of the realm. They operate outside of the monarchy, outside of the Sentinels. They do what they feel is best, tasks assigned to them by the leaders of those respective communities, known as scions. They are the leaders of those groups, and the Council of 5 is what it decides which group goes where, and so on and so forth. There are other magical things. We'll get to those. But for now, tonight, this group of defenders has been dispatched to the farmlands outside of the town of Clav. As discussed in the teaser section of our Discord, there's many a thing afoot. Let me pull this up so that I can read it exactly to you. Get out of here. Teasers. Boom. The small farming community in the lands of Clav are reporting issues with their crops. Some of those that live and work on the land report seeing a mysterious figure in the tree lines near the farm and sometimes out in the woods, though anyone from the farm knows that the woods are not really safe. One of the farmer's sons has also grown sick, though the ailment is not known, so there's not a proficient healer in the village. Because of this, a group of defenders has been dispatched out to investigate and bring things together should something nefarious be afoot. And thus the journey of Aeternum begins. Now, for those of you watching at home, eventually we're going to be moving to a map screen. For you watching, it's going to look like a normal map, like what you normally see. For my players, however, it's going to look incredibly different. Lines of sight's blocked, there's lighting effects, etc., etc., etc. So if you see people moving around in dumb ways, that is why. Do not think that my players are dumb. It's just I made the maps interactive, shall we say. Does anybody have any questions before we begin?
Players should probably get out of Twitch, huh?
No, you can be in Twitch if you want. I trust you not to metagame. And you know, if you do decide to start metagaming, I'll just make it worse. It's fine. But you should stay in Twitch if you want to be in Twitch. I don't judge. If I see weird things like back in the day when you had split screen TV and definitely we're not just like, you know, looking at somebody else's screen and sniping them. I trust you. We're all adults and fun nerds here. Oh, hi, Pierce. Oh, and G, thank you for the resub.
Oh, yay.
All right. Well, then, in that case, we'll come back here when it's roleplay time. A nice, beautiful, sunny day here in the lands of Clav. Also, do not drag your tokens onto the thing. I will move you. It's fine. Nice, beautiful, sunny day here in the lands of Clav. The group of defenders had made their way, journeying from various ports, portals, and whatnot designated through the Aether, right here onto the path. Everything sounds normal, everything looks normal. There's the sound of children running around, too young to work the fields just yet, but soon. The sounds of hard labor. Nice, normal commoners, just living their normal, commoner lives. Boom. And here we are at the entrance. You come down the dirt path. There's various farmhouses and houses all along. The tokens, out of character. The tokens look giant. That's just so that they're actually visible. They are normal people size. Just so you're able to see them. You are not in Attack of Titans.
You knew I was about to...
People size. What are you trying to say?
I had them down to like one square and they were barely visible. I was like, well, if they're standing there, they only take up one square. Why not? Just so you're aware, this map is interactive. It is important where you're facing. You will have to rotate your tokens if you want to see around, look around. This may be way more important later. Who's out in front?
I'm assuming I would be probably.
Okay. Durant Lionsteel, describe yourself.
I am a cleric. I wear chainmail with a blue undershirt that goes all the way through down. It's like a sky blue, so it's ever known. I carry a warhammer, though it stays on my back for the most part while not actually in combat, while my shield with the glove, the gauntlet of Torm on my shield is out front, in front of me, ready to go. Definitely, look clean cut, take good care of myself, and armor is very well polished.
And all of you would know, as he is a cleric, that he is definitely from the Lion's Gate. This is where clerics and paladins alone train and come from. It's also where all the academies and teachings and trainings of the Sentinels come from as well. Who wants to describe themselves next? Pat Mudfoot, tell us about Pat.
He's a forest gnome, a part of a tribe that calls themselves the Mud Gnomes. He stands a little over 2 feet tall, weighs about 38 pounds. He's an old man, long, scraggly, gray and white beard, and he keeps his hair tied up in a ridiculous looking ponytail behind his head. And he has leather wrapped around his hair that isn't in the ponytail. Walking with a cane.
Beautiful. Love it. And then bringing up the back, the fancy ones. Lucinia, tell us about you.
Lucinia is a high elf wizard coming from the Tower of Rod. And that is the only place that wizards are trained.
It is.
She just turned 150 years old, which, as far as elves are concerned, I'm still basically a child.
Yes, you are. Beautiful. And then our half-elves. Luxor, you go first.
Elvor stands just over 6 foot, 6'1". Young, mid-20s, very tan skin, bright green eyes, sandy blonde hair, a lute strapped to his back, and a host of just like strange writing implements and everything sticking out of his bag, and abacus. Like he is your stereotypical bard, but not the horny type.
Speaking of the horny type, Devlin Highspire.
Devlin Highspire, lady.
Lady Highspire. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, madam. I'm sorry. Lady Highspire.
One of the largest and most powerful families in the realm. 5'6", bright red hair. Completely unprepared for the elements. Including down to the shoes. Probably shouldn't be in the woods.
She is loving this mud path leading through this farm village in Clav. And
Warlock, definitely the horny type.
And as you guys make your way, 3 children playing in the middle of the path, straight ahead, past a small structure. It looks like a lot of woods and forest. But before that, 3 children, so excited for visitors, especially such fine, fancy folks, people in glittering mail armor and finery and wonderful clothes, and tall and elves and pointy ears, and someone their own height too, though he's got white hair, that's weird, come running up, like, boy's like, oh my god, you guys look so cool, what's going on? And the next boy's like, defenders. They're defenders. I guarantee you they're defenders. This is going to be so great. Oh, it's like, I can't believe they actually sent defenders here to help us. It's like,
Definitely grabbing Elver by the sleeve to just shield between, children. The stampede.
and as the boys like start gawking at the most gorgeous woman they've ever seen, aka Devlin Highspire, slightly slack-jawed, the one girl that's with those 2 boys, rather than having a beat of jealousy because they're looking at a pretty girl, just kind of like tomboy just decks one of them. It's like, that is a lady and you will look at her as such.
My darling, you have a promising future.
My lady. Her crappy overalls and just like trying to tug them as if it's a skirt, like something she's read about, but she doesn't do it right in any way, shape, or form. But she at least tries.
No. Foot goes back a bit. Foot goes
Oh,
back a bit and bends at the knees. demonstrates.
Follows suit.
Beautiful, well done.
None
you-
of this plays over.
Did you guys come
All
to see?
people should be treated civilly like that. Where's your elder?
Our elder is down in the cooking area. Our leader is currently out in the middle area trying to figure out how to tend the fields. Brother Zachary is the leader of this farm. The main hand, if you will.
What do you mean figure out? He doesn't
Sir.
already know.
I mean,
That's what you do.
it is what we do, but there, you'll see.
Oh, good.
Can you show us to him?
Of course. One of them gestures down this way to the south.
That's not where I would have called center, little kid, but okay.
Yeah, the boy in the back. There's a man tending a field next to a house off to your guys' right. Calls out, I was like, "Pa, I'm gonna take the defenders down to go see Brother Zachary. Is that okay?" Part of the bush gets pushed. Is like, well met. It's good to see y'all. Yeah, boy, that's fine. And goes back to just hoeing in the dirt.
Yes, lovely to meet you.
And with that, one boy breaks off and starts heading to the south. The others,
Gonna cross here.
yep, the other two go running towards another patch, and it's just they're like, Ma, defenders are here. This is possibly the most exciting thing that's happened in their entire lives.
You'd think they'd have offered us some wine or refreshments.
They're commoners. They don't have that sort of luxury.
It's
Lighting.
easy enough to make.
It's
I mean, the elder makes strong stuff.
Strong stuff?
Maybe if you're not,
Okay.
maybe if you're nice, she'll share with you.
Jen, your character's name is Devlin, right?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Devlin Highspire.
Oh no, I just remember I've heard the name Devlin before.
Passive perceptions. As you all are being led to the south, some of you, namely Lucinia, Pat, and Durant, this gentleman, this lovely, older, gruff-looking guy, is definitely staring at you as you pass by to head towards Town Square.
I mean, I would like to insight this motherfucker. Let's see why he's staring at us. Or he have like a vibe.
Yeah.
I'm vibe checking him. Let's just say
Okay,
that.
vibe checks. I love it. I love that vibes have become a thing in this.
Vibes became a thing the minute you let Brad play a character that had vibes.
13.
I'll slowly old man walk towards the guy.
Never seen somebody. It might be that he's never seen somebody so shiny, such as you, or as pretty as Devlin, or just civilized people. He does not seem to like that you're here, though. You definitely get that vibe.
I give him a wave as I walk by. Just like, hello.
I'm gonna continue following the kid.
Okay.
Ignoring the old man. I don't really give a fuck about him.
All right. Pat,
Oh, sir.
old time.
Hey, how's the ground going?
Well, I mean, it's not the most ideal plan for tilling that we got around here, but at least it's not making us sick.
How would it make you sick? Could you explain your concern?
Yeah. The fields are plagued. That's why Zachary sent word.
Oh, yes. I suppose that is why we're here.
Are you sure you should be out here, old man?
Oh, I
It's
can
a bit
take
frail, doesn't he?
myself just
What kind of
fine.
plague are we talking?
Lady, if we knew, I doubt they'd send you.
What does it do? What does it act like?
I'm sorry, what? I don't understand your civilized tone.
What happens when you get sick?
Well, bedridden, vomiting. Old lady says death.
All of a sudden, a man asks, and you understand the question.
Uh-huh.
So what can you tell me about this Zachary fellow?
Oh,
Is
brother
he
Zach.
kind?
He's a good man. There's a reason why he's the leader.
He treats you all well, I suppose.
I mean, a lot better than he has any right to. I mean, he works directly for the ruler of Clav, like he's the main hand. But, you know, like he's trying to argue with them about how production's kind of slowing down or we're not able to farm quick enough. But he's trying. He's trying his best to keep them from coming down on us. You know how them fancy types are. Looks at Devlin.
I assure you, my friend isn't like them. She is kind and she cares for the people as well.
I do. I care very much.
Durant laughs out loud.
Would you like to roll me deception?
Me?
Not you. The one who just said Devlin cares about the common folk.
I'm being sincere, I'm not lying.
Oh, okay. Cool. Then never mind.
I've been nice for like 5
Oh,
minutes.
persuasion for yourself.
After all, she is a defender.
In Elvish,
Yeah, and
definitely.
the Sentinels care a lot about everyone.
Devlin, in Elvish, all you hear is just, have you been paying attention to how you interact with people? That's not nobility.
Lovely.
All right. So I've got
Not my favorite.
I've got Pat and Devlin here interacting with this guy. Are the other three of you moving on?
Would I have heard him, speak ill of the defenders and of the law?
I mean, it's not. You definitely heard him speak ill of the Sentinels.
Okay. How close was the Sentinels to, like, church stuff?
To church stuff, not at all.
Okay.
The Sentinels explicitly serve the monarchy and the ruling class,
Okay.
whereas defenders defend everyone.
Yep, okay. All right. I just want to make sure.
Yep.
To answer your question, Matt, I'm going to be moving on with Durant to go talk to the leader of the town.
Okay.
I'm also moving along with them.
Okay.
I'm gonna hook an arm around Lucinia's arm and also move with them because, oh man.
Right.
Because
Yes.
light drives the light, apparently.
I hope that our presence and our aid proves to you that we are not like the Sentinels. We do not serve nobility. We serve the greater good.
I hope
And then I'll
that.
go with the rest of the group.
I sincerely hope that's true, friend. Thank you, old timer.
Just looking for a job.
Devlin, are you lingering? Lording over him?
No.
Just making sure.
I move about half the pace of everyone else, and slowly walking with my cane. I
Your
fall
old
behind
man.
very quickly.
Boom. And you continue following the child down. And down in the south, there's more farmers, more people kind of gawking and looking. Off to your left, a bizarre sight. There's farmhands, but they seem fully clothed, like almost like they're in beekeeper outfits, as if that will maybe help with the plague. Like not a bit of skin exposed, though the mesh masks probably not going to help. And you notice the field that they're trying to salvage just looks rancid. Crops withering and dying on the vine. A green kind of mist hanging low like some kind of petrid fog. Straight ahead, there's a gentleman, maybe early 30s. Handsome for a commoner, but definitely a man who's spent his life working, is kind of just like nearby the beekeepers, like trying to instruct and it's like check the roots, like just general trying to be helpful. Well, everyone carries on about.
I'm assuming they could bring us to this dude right over here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Evening, sir. Your name is Zach?
Zachary.
With a C, with an H or a K?
H.
Ah, spelled correctly, I see.
I completely forgot. But that's fine. I don't care. He turns to face. He's like, "Oh!" Takes you all in for a moment. It's like genuinely surprised. Like, was not expecting an actual legitimate looking group.
So,
Good afternoon, friends. I am Brother Zachary, the leader of this farming community. And he extends a hand.
oh, brother. Oh, okay. May Torm bless you.
Oh, thank you very much. It's always good to receive a blessing from Torm. Though I can't say I don't recall the last time somebody who worshipped Torm was out here. Well met.
Oh, that's a good thing. Typically, you don't see them.
It's true.
So, what seems to be the problem?
He gestures to the tiny patch off to his side. It's like about 2 weeks ago, the farm, and he'll gesture down the path further, the fields, and one of the corners close to the forest started turning, and not in a good way. And then it slowly began to spread, and now it's starting to creep up into the village. One of the young fell ill, though he's been unconscious. We haven't been able to really get any answers as to what caused that with him. And around then is when he'll gesture towards those in the beekeeper outfits. It's like, we're trying, but we're not equipped for dealing with something like this. And
How
I've
long
been
ago did this start again?
about 2 weeks ago. You guys were informed of this mission 3 days ago.
And well, one question, and don't be something mean, but why didn't you tell people sooner?
We told people as soon as it started.
Okay.
But the leader, out in the actual town to the north, he said that he didn't want to hear excuses, and that if we were going to be lazy, then he would find people that could work his land for him.
You'll have to show me that leader later on, because I'll have to have a few words.
If I was ever able to actually leave the farm, I would happily take you straight to his manor.
Oh, you will be leaving the farm to definitely show me. Pat, you seem to have a way with land. Do you want to follow Zach here to like the first spot that started getting infected with this shit?
Why do we not get other questions? Oh, leader.
I mean, we can ask him other questions.
Zachary, do you know if you've upset anyone? Anyone here upset perhaps someone more powerful?
Us? Or me specifically?
Us.
Not that I know of. To be completely honest with you, I mean, most of us live here at these farms. We don't really go to town. Like we're a community. We thrive with each other. We don't
Yes,
really.
okay. Very hand-holdy, lovely. Perfect.
Unlike the Highborn, Devlin, they don't play politics here. Okay?
Everyone
They
pays
play survival.
political to survive. Did anything strange happen right before all of this?
Well, Zeb said that he thought he saw like a masked person in the trees.
Masked person? What kind of mask?
It looked kind of like bony and white.
Penny and right. Where's Zeb?
Zeb is points just down the path down here towards this gentleman with a pitchfork, farming to the south. And it's around that time as you guys are all like, most of you are looking down that way to where he's pointing. One of the beekeep uniform people lets out a scream. So a rat pops out of the ground and bites her right in the ankle.
No.
Rush forward.
Yes, you saw
I will.
that. Thank you.
Please speak with small beasts.
Okay.
Speak with the rat. Friend, why so angry?
Death to all the two legs! Goes to bite the woman again.
I'm gonna pull like an acorn or something out of my rations. Dear friend, calm down. Let us speak.
Roll 2d5 because we got our first redeems in chat. A brick and a care. So 4, 1, 2, 3. Brick for Jen. And a care for Deadly. I love this. The rat does not seem to care about the acorn. He just keeps screaming about killing the two legs as it continues to bite and thrash against this woman here who falls over. Just caught off guard, in pain, her foot's being attacked, she trips over some plant and lands right into a puff of green mist.
Oh.
I'd like to go ahead and use a ray of frost on the rat, if possible, Matt.
Sure?
Does a 17 hit?
I'm dead. Yes, it does.
Can I get in the way of the ray of frost?
And it takes 8 points of cold damage.
Is
Is Pat going to take the 8 points of cold damage?
Yes. I kind of stumble over. Please, try not to meet all of your problems with violence.
You are really going to have a problem with this group, sir?
Vermin. What you do with vermin is you kill vermin.
It's attacking the poor woman.
We do not know all of the traits of this plague. This rat seems out of control of its own thoughts.
That rat could be a carrier.
That is correct. And as I say, that is correct. I'm just going to swing on it. On the rat. With my hammer.
Miss.
Okay.
I'd like to examine the soil here. Would that be like a nature or investigation?
Give me a nature.
19.
The soil is dried up. As you dig a little bit into it, it's more sooty than normal, like when you get past the top layer. it's definitely plagued disease, just like Brother Zachary was just informing. It's not natural. From all your time in the mud rivers and the lake and everything, and working and living in nature for so long, forest gnome. This is not how the land should be. At all.
Fell into a cloud into the green mist.
And Brother Zachary is currently trying to pull her out of it and away from the rat that just keeps harrying at this woman. And as she's being dragged away, another rat pops out of the ground and is like beginning to move towards the downed woman.
I'm going to look at the rat that is moving towards the down woman. Just say, your mother was a squirrel, and quite an ugly one, and I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
A wisdom save for the rat. Let's go. You got this, buddy. We believe in you.
Jesus Christ.
That's a smart rat.
Yeah, well, your mom knows how to catch nuts. Only Pat understands what the rat said.
That's
I'm gonna swing for non-lethal with my cane.
I'm gonna hook an arm around Vicinia's arm.
This rat will not be denied.
My heart's not really in it.
It's not. Oh, this is amazing.
And I say,
All right.
what do you need for farming?
Soil, water, seed.
Nutrients.
I've never farmed.
Okay. Is anyone looking at me right now?
Durant and Pat have swung, and Elvor,
Got my fingers at Zachary.
Zachary, arms hooked under the pits of this woman that's being attacked by rats. You start snapping your fingers at him. He's like,
Soil and water. Anything change?
I'll leave with a
He's a little busy right
sample
now.
in my
No,
pocket.
he can think. He's a very smart man.
he goes back to ignoring you as he's trying to help one of his people.
Oh my god. Ridiculous.
All right.
Just disengaging from this. I don't want to fight the rats. They're just
Okay.
animals.
Awesome. Leaving only in threat range, Durant.
I mean, he didn't leave at threat range, by the way. So
Oh, sure.
I disengaged with an action. So I can just walk away with my movement, but I can't attack.
Didn't you just try to attack it with a cane?
Yeah, I don't know how combat's going or how our initiative's going.
Well, I was about to call for initiative for anybody who's fighting the rats.
I mean, I'm I'll
I'll fight the rat.
mess with the rat.
Okay.
Because
My heart's
it's
not in
their
it.
fault someone is not paying attention to me.
Boom. All right, Devlin,
Yes.
you're first.
Oh, word. Can I Eldritch Blast a rat?
Sure can.
Not very great.
Please.
I wasted it all on initiative.
So a gout of flame shoots out of Devlin's hand. She's like, "Be gone!" And some of the crops catch fire, but she misses the rat. Elvor.
All right. We will. We're just gonna take a step back and begin to drum a chord on the lute as fire begins to dance through my fingers, and I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
spell slot, and it's a
Dex saving.
20-foot cube, so... Oh, that's a line. I can't get rid of the line now.
I can.
I wanted the cube. Game won't give it to me.
Well, they're both failing. That's a dex save.
Yeah, I was just gonna put it right here. Boom. Fairy
Okay.
fire. And I'm just gonna end my turn there.
Cool.
There, that
Perfect.
should make it easier so you stop screwing up, Durant.
I attacked it once.
Lucinia.
So I would have to make a dex saving throw as well, by the way.
I did not place you in the cube.
Where that cube is, that 20-foot cube encompasses me as well.
I'm just gonna use Ray of
Okay,
Frost
make
again.
it make a dex save, Deadly. All right, that'll hit.
And it's on that front rat.
I'm also
just
pretty-
so you know.
Yeah. You are also under the effect of fairy fire, Durant. And the front rat you said?
Yes, sir. Make
Dead.
1 point in it.
Look at that. We did something.
You got it. Good job. Durant, there's still one more rat running for the downed woman.
Smack
Gotta be
it.
quick, saver.
God damn.
That will hit,
3 damage.
and that is enough damage. If I could just select the rat real quick, that'd be great. And,
By the way, what color is the fairy fire?
Yeah.
Purple and green.
Sweet. Has that been normally happening, Zach?
that's why none of us are out in the fields right now. They're just coming out.
Rats.
They're just coming out of the. They're just coming out of the ground. We don't. I tried explaining this to the leader, and you guys would notice, especially, yeah, all of you would notice that the rats, once you dispatch them, don't like fall over or bleed or die. They turn to soot and just sink back into the ground.
Holy shit.
Rats.
So many indeed.
That I know of.
Working the fields is not the
You have-
greatest plan.
That's why
You have
nobody's.
a
That's why
mill-
nobody's working the field.
Oh,
Do you have a mill or a stash where all your food is right now currently?
Oh, we've got two.
Two?
Two.
Not close to each other?
Not close to each other, no. One's back the way you came, the other one's, well, right here.
Is there a way that you could gather all this food and put it into like a 5-foot cube as best as you can?
What's a cube, man?
A cube is a square that is 3-dimensional, sir. Sorry, a 5-foot radius sphere.
Like a box.
Draw a circle around it that's 5 foot, like in like this.
Brother Zachary continues checking on the girl. Is like, I'm like, all right, maybe Layla will be able to help you. Can you take her? And the other woman, not accosted by rats, begins to lead her over to another structure.
I'm gonna stop them real quick and be like, please, here, I can tend to her wound. And I'm just gonna lean down and say, it's going to be okay. By my word, be healed. What? That's not a speed. It's supposed to be a... Okay, game. Alright, roll 20. I see you, demon.
Yeah.
I'll heal her for 5.
Okay.
Waste.
You heal her, and the wounds, the bite marks along her ankle start healing up, knitting themselves back together. Give me a perception roll, Elvor. The wounds heal, but traces of little black veins and wisps seem to like start running up her leg even though the wound is gone. Brother Zachary, meanwhile, comes down here to this building right here, right next to where you were, and goes about unlocking a door and opening it for Durant.
And are you going to have somebody bring the other food together all at once?
I mean, I can attempt to, but the stuff up north is far away from the fields. It's things that aren't plagued.
So you're saying the stuff in here came from the plagued area?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, kind sir. I am going to cast Purify Food and Drink in a 5-foot radius sphere, so it'll cover everything in this little hut.
Okay. The green petrid fog that's surrounding these bags and baskets and crates begins to dissipate and go away. But once that's gone, the smell of rotten food continues to persist.
Zachary, I will advise you to have somebody who is not contaminated to go through your food supply here, pick out anything that's good, and bring it away from the rest of these fields.
I'll get right on that. Thank you, sir.
Have you ever seen anything like this affect any grounds?
Have I? Should I roll history?
You should roll history.
Solid 10.
I mean, you've heard of, like, in your time, because again, you've been around for well over 200 years. Back before you became a defender, there was stories of some kind of plague that affected fields, but it kind of just stopped on its own. Or at least that's what you were, or at least that's what you were told.
Nothing more than stories told to children, to scare them away from littering and leaving their garbage out. But this is real. This isn't a story.
All stories start with some kind of truth behind it.
It brings madness to the wildlife and death to humanity. It's very strange and harrowing.
Alvor, in your times of, barding, has anyone told you a story anything like this?
I'm an accountant. A bookkeeper.
I didn't know we had those kinds of jobs.
To balance the ledgers and write contracts, not
Only clerics.
listen to other people.
Brother Zachary breaks off from you, Durant, going to go find people to help with the task that you've assigned.
Justinia, what class are you again?
Wizard.
Oh, okay. Shucks.
You should ask Devlin. I'm sure she'll know.
No, I'm not gonna ask Devlin.
I'd like to
Never know.
go ahead and set up a little small ritual for detect magic on the field.
Okay. On this little patch?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is where stuff happened and everything so far.
I mean, it's where stuff's happened to you. It's been explained to you that the field is actually bad. This is not the field.
Oh, this isn't the field?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I'd like to... He pointed us in the direction of that field, right?
He did.
I'd like to head over to that field. I don't remember what direction that was.
It's okay. I got you, friend.
And then I'd like to set up the ritual for detect magic.
All right.
Can I tag along with Lucinia?
I was literally about to ask who else is going to the field.
Oh no, the Nepos stick together.
I would like to
I'll
stay
tag along.
and chat with Zachary for just a few minutes longer.
Okay.
Yeah, we got. If you do the ritual, we got like 12 minutes before anything actually happens.
10.
Plus your original casting time.
That's just an action.
Oh, you're okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with them to watch the ritual casting.
Okay. Perfect. So Durant and Pat are sticking with Zachary. Hello, Vancouver. Welcome. Welcome to the lands of Clav. Yes. All right.
I'm popping in to watch their streams.
Their streams are awesome.
Okay.
All right. Pat and Durant, you wish to talk further with Brother Zachary?
Zachary, I would like to offer my services as a guide into the forest for some of your people to forage for berries, edible plants to replace some of the stocks of food you've lost to this plague.
I appreciate the thought, man, or sir. And like, he takes the knee to get on your level with you. Like, he doesn't like try to like lord and stand over you in any way, shape, or form. It's like the forest ain't safe. It's like there's some wolves just showed up, and we don't know where they came from because wolves ain't really native to these parts. And like, you get to a little bit into the tree line, and you go a little bit further, and they attack.
Wolves.
Wolves, 3 of them.
And I cough a little bit of blood comes out because I got hit by that
Ray of Frost.
frost.
Yeah.
I'm pretty damaged from it. Excuse me.
Don't block my attacks.
I'm a little bit hurt, but oh well. That's besides the point.
He goes to like take a look at you if you let him. Because you're a defender. You're a defender. You should obviously like. He's very respectful of this. And with his medicine roll, starts like slowly trying to like feel out where things are and start trying to patch you up. Roll a hit die. Heal 5.
Thank you. I appreciate your help.
We got to take care of each other. At least that's the motto here at this farm.
Investigate more into these wolves. If they're not here naturally, that means someone must have brought them or scared them into the lands.
I mean, wolves are natural in forests to begin with.
Not in these parts. We ain't had wolves in a while.
So they were natural. You haven't seen them in a while and they came back.
I mean, the last time we see... I've never seen wolves until recently. Like, my daddy's daddy. Like, that's how far back it goes.
Could you tell me why there are no wolves here? Natively, were they all hunted?
No,
Or were they
no,
just
we,
never here to begin with?
I mean, they were here, but like once they started plowing and like clearing out trees and gestures to all the farm, it's like they kind of, you know, the way of things.
All the little life the wolves prey on and ran away, so the wolves went away as well.
Right, they followed the food. At least that's what we understand. That's what my papa said.
There might be more to this. These wolves are a wonderful lead. Thank you for this information, Zachary. It's invaluable.
Please be safe when you go out there, old man. I don't want to have to go out there to find you and give you a proper burial.
You needn't worry. I've spent my entire life in the forest.
Don't worry, I believe he's so old when he dies will just crumble to dust.
Sir, are you mocking my accent?
No, serious. You see, sometimes I've grown accustomed to, you know, merging in with the groups.
And all of
think
your
I'm
and all
acting
and all of,
sometimes.
and all of your travels as a defender, it just comes naturally to speak like where you're at. I understand.
I'm glad you understand. Only out of respect.
Okay, just want to make sure. Meanwhile, further down the path, you follow the path, and as you come around a bend, the smell hits you long before you see anything. Just rotten disease, awfulness, just floating into your nostrils. Devlin, you have assumptions of what living on a farm might be. This smell is everything you would expect. This is exactly what you were braced for. And when you got there, it's like, oh, it's actually not that. Oh, God. No. The sound of flies hit your elf and half-elf ears. And as you turn a final bend, let me close the...
Well, it certainly doesn't smell like sunshine and roses over here, does it?
Evelyn, Lucinia, Elvor, and then we drag them up here. And there it is. So many plots of land.
Speaking of sunshine and roses, I'm throwing a party next week. Are you available?
Depends on how long we take with our jobs.
Oh, I imagine some rats and some fields. We should be pretty quick. Hello, party?
Will there be wine?
There's always wine.
Then you have my interest.
Lovely. Listen, when was the last time you had a night out? Not doing work, boring work.
In the middle of the field, looks like what was once a large, glorious tree. Rotten husks of apples still hanging off the branches, but the tree is entirely dead. And as you step closer, not in your immediate vicinity, but somewhere, the squeaking and screeching of rats through this field.
I do believe we have more vermin to deal with.
Talk about the townsfolk like that.
Unfortunately, I wasn't talking about the common folk.
What would happen if you ate one of those apples?
You probably
get
violently
food
ill.
poisoning.
You don't know.
Yeah,
I don't recommend.
not for sure. Devlin, you're welcome to try.
Oh no. Icky.
And as I say that, after I say that, I'm going to start just approaching the tree in the
Okay.
center of the field over here.
All right.
And just let me know when you want me to stop.
That's fine.
Okay. And then this is where I'm going to go ahead and set up the ritual for the detect magic.
It does not roll with advance. Oh, it does. Okay, that's that one. You begin your casting. A random Patreon care. Also, Mike, what are you still doing up?
Mike, go to bed.
Right? Another care for Deadly. Hell yeah.
Most cares I've gotten
Ever.
ever. I've only got one care in werewolf. Two cares now. Two cares now.
Okay.
I've given you a care before in werewolf, I thought.
Yep, you're my second one.
Oh, oh no.
Well, as you approach the tree and you begin your ritual casting, two rats from this field, billowing out of the low-hanging green foggy mist, come charging towards you.
You've got this.
What do? Are you maintaining your ritual casting, or are you going to defend yourself?
The question is, how far along was the cast?
That's a good question.
Pretty much you got there, you just started. You're maybe like 10 seconds into the cast, and rats.
Oh, well then, okay. We're just gonna magic missile the
Yeah.
two rats. It's gonna be 2 shots on this bottom one, 1 on this top one,
Okay.
and it says,
You just say magic missile?
Yep.
Rats?
Yep.
yes. Because there's more than one target here for me to hit.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so you said 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top.
You guys are.
Well, good news. The rats are dispatched. The bad news, and their death throes, and as they puddle and goop back into the earth, so many screeches just ring out in pain and anger. And roll for initiative, Lucinia.
Maybe you shouldn't have been so mean.
These screeches are so loud that they travel up the path towards those still back in the farmlands or in the village itself. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, so boop, boop. We're just gonna drag this rat sheet over here and initiative. 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 Initiative.
Oh boy, and that's one big swarm of rats you got to deal with over there. I tell you what.
If only people were nicer to the rats, like Pat said.
Now they have to deal with nature's wrath in the form of a swarm of
All right.
rats.
1,
Nah,
2,
they have to deal with nature's rats.
3, 4.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I accidentally just closed your
Oh, how challenged we let them deal with their own actions.
Rat 15. It's down here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What's funny is I'd laugh if these rats aren't infested.
I mean, they are coming out of the green cloud. 2, 3, 4. Rattle. No, moved you already. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Lucinia! A swarm of rats charges towards you.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Just gonna take my happy ass self and
Cheese it!
4, 5, 6. Back over here, I'm making it their problem too.
I thought we were friends.
We are friends.
Yeah.
Friends help each other. This is a situation where friends
I'm
help each
being
other. Devlin.
supportive.
Okay. Well, Elvor, Devlin, you see Lucinia turn and Froppy Elf run through the field back towards you guys. And in the distance, you see a few rats following, giving chase.
Fine.
Do you guys wish to engage in battle, or are we going to flee?
When the going gets tough, the smart get going.
Okay. Elvor, that I am taking that to mean you are turning and going back up the path towards not Ratfield.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
All right. Devlin, what are you doing?
How many are there?
You can see. How many can you see?
Okay, not a whole lot.
Cool. Looks safe then, right?
I'll pull up my sickle.
Beautiful. Go ahead and roll me. Click your icon. Roll initiative.
Doesn't seem that bad. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lucidia.
Counting.
I'm gonna follow Elvor's example and go find someone who's better equipped to deal with rats.
Okay.
Turn another spell. It's okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is my water, bitch.
1, 2, 3. Devlin, both of your fancy friends have abandoned you.
Oh, we were gonna have fun.
Are you
I guess I'll run too.
okay? Perfect. And Devlin books it too.
Devlin was
Like more of a saunter, really.
Okay, Saunters.
Is Devlin wearing heels?
Yes, she says she's not equipped for this.
I imagine so, and she runs like.
I was about to say you're trying to power walk.
Meanwhile, not being attacked by, harried by rats, Durant and Pat. Zachary just got done patching up Pat the best that he could.
Do we hear the scream?
You hear the screechings of rats. So many rats. A lot of rats.
I'm assuming they're in this direction where the others just were.
Yep.
Pat, I hate to say it, but I know we just got you patched up, but I think we gotta go back over there and for some reason help the others.
Of course, our companions went looking for trouble. Then trouble has found them.
I mean,
Farewell, Zachary.
You would think 3 defenders would be enough, but
Y'all be safe.
gotta be a large ass fucking rat.
Keep your people safe, Zachary.
I'm doing my best.
Before we go, Zach, which direction is your leader?
What do you mean? Like, are you talking about the owner of these lands, or are you talking about our elder?
Oh, yes. Show me the direction of the owner lands. Which road should I follow?
If you go back towards, like, leaving the farmstead, and if you headed due north, that'll get you straight to him.
Thank you. I'll be sure to pay him a kind visit.
Care for Elvor. From Ashley the Witch. All right. Beautiful. All right. And as you two go making your way towards, well, there we go. As you guys go making your way out towards the fields where you saw your friends come from, with your passive perception, from this structure to the south, from a window, there's an elderly woman. Looks pretty much like almost Pat's age, you'd guess, though she's human. So, an old woman. Just kind of like looking at y'all, doing that weird old person can't control their jaw, creepy kind of thing.
Will not stop and turn and stare at it for a second.
She
I'll wave
stares.
at them.
She stares right back and gives a small wave.
We haven't time for distractions like this, Tart. Our friends need our aid.
And it's almost as if speaking it into the verse. You turn to go back towards the thing, and your friends come running up the path.
I hope it was a big rat you guys are running from.
Just a lot of them.
Not entirely sure why we were running, but everyone was running, so it seemed wise.
And you guys call yourself defenders.
So, shit.
Well, you seem to call yourself a leader, so what are we doing, leader?
No one called anyone leader besides Zachary. Thank you very much. We killed the fucking rats, of course.
Well, good then. 10 hands are better than 6.
We should avoid violence, if at all possible,
Something tells me
especially towards nature.
Something tells me the rats aren't actually the problem, but what do I know?
I heard
We avoid
word of
conflict with sentient creatures, not with beasts.
heard word of unnatural wolves inhabiting the forest. Perhaps we could investigate that. Maybe
The
the
wolves, they're
issues
not
are linked.
natural. Oh man, the wolves are natural. They're just not naturally here. I understand your fight with the wolves, but we can't leave the rats if they're coming down towards the people. I understand you like nature. I understand you appreciate nature, but things attacking humans or sentient creatures needs to be put down.
For my elves and my half-elves, you would note that there was nothing barring the rats from giving chase, from following you up the path, yet they didn't leave the fields. You were not pursued down the path.
They didn't follow us.
They didn't. They seemed awfully angry.
Only once Lucinia started messing with the tree, so I assume they're guarding the tree.
They could have been upset they got a little wounded.
It startled me. Happened many times back in Mana.
And then they brought their friends.
I don't see no rats, so
Excuse me.
Pat, do you remember the last time Zachary said he saw the wolves at?
He told us they'd been in the forest, all around. He didn't tell us any specific places. But
We have the tree with the rats that guard it. We have wolves that aren't normally around that are around now. And a miasma coming out of the ground.
Sounds like they upset some sort of nature spirit or some sort of maybe a hag in the woods.
What about the person in the mask?
Yes, the hag in the woods.
What did that happen?
It happened before everything. So they are, of course, suspect, but we can't go into everybody's house looking for masks and their things with no...
Why not? For defenders.
It's unlawful.
We could, at the very least, speak with them.
We
See
could,
what they know. See what they've witnessed.
but I doubt they're gonna be like, I'm the person with the mask.
Well, that old lady seems to have something to share, something on her mind. She's had her eyes on us this whole time.
Yeah, all she's got
Maybe she's
shares.
just
all
lonely.
for us.
Perhaps I
Wait,
could
wait, hey.
speak with her. At the very least, learn about one of the citizens of this town, one of the people we defend.
All right, Pat. I'll let you speak. Elderly to elderly.
I'll walk very slowly to her door, knock on it.
The rider is very impatiently walking behind Pat.
You don't even get to knock. Like, as you get towards the front steps, the door just opens for you. Hello there.
Oh. Hello. How are you? My name is Pat.
Oh, hello, Pat. I'm Eustace.
Oh, Eustace, you seem to have had an interest in us. How's your day going?
It's going well. It's been about 50 years since I've seen defenders come here.
Yes, there's a plague and some wolves in the forest nearby.
Yes,
These rabid rats
the plague came back, I see.
came back.
Well,
So
not,
what can you tell me about it?
not in my lifetime, but in my mother's mother. And again, she looks like she's close to 80. You know, perfect age for leading the country. My mother's mother, she told tale once of a rat plague that infested these lands back when they were first making them.
Interesting. Do you have the story anywhere? Was it written down?
Oh, we don't really care or know much for writing down here. Everything's stories are passed down from word of mouth. After all, it's up to us to keep our knowledge amongst our community. These kids with their writings and their feather pens and whatnot. It's rotting the brain.
As we start
Not
talking
rotting the
about
brain, damn it.
kids
It's education.
and their pens, I walk up.
Better times. Simpler times.
I walk up, notebook out. Just, do you happen to have any accounts of what symptoms caused what the plague was causing? What may have caused the plague? How it ended?
Am I close enough to eavesdrop?
No.
Inia, please. Don't crowd the poor lady.
Well, if I'm going to be accepting a crowd, please do come all the way in. There's food and warmth over by the fire. She'll lead y'all into the house, where there's tables and chairs and a lovely smelling stew. It doesn't look appetizing, but it does smell delicious.
Right here in the corner.
Did you just put yourself on top of the old woman? Pat mounts Elder Layla.
Well, to be fair, he is like 2 feet tall. He could sit in her lap.
It's told to me from my mother, who heard it from her mother, that there was once a great spirit out in the woods, and as what would come to be known as the lands of Clav dug deep into the earth and made way for civilization, the spirit was angered, and it would send various creatures of the woods out to attack, not of their own right mind anymore, for simple creatures, are not malicious unless, given no other recourse. Such as like squirrels, rats, birds. The elder at the time found that the source of the spirit's essence came from a tree, and he did an unthinkable thing. He attacked not the tree, but its roots, and that lays at the middle now of our great fields.
The big apple tree that's all rotten and everything right now.
I wouldn't know. These old bones can't carry me down the path really anymore. I just cook for our community.
It seems a great corruption has returned to your lands, darkening the very soul of nature here.
Agreed.
We'll do our best to right the wrong and restore balance.
If it's not that tree in the field, legends tell tale. It had a twin tree out in the forest. The elder couldn't find it, but it was said to be just as powerful to the nature spirit.
Not this clear. We must venture into the wilderness and find this twin tree.
I mean, I don't know. I would never dare to tell defenders of our great realm what they should or should not do. I'm just giving you what information I have to pass on.
Invaluable information indeed. Thank you.
You're welcome, Stu.
What's in the stew?
Looks like veggies and beef.
I have to respectfully decline. I'm vegetarian.
Oh,
Swore off the meat over 2 centuries ago.
how modernized of you.
Yes. Well, hunting just felt wrong.
On another page, just writes down that Pat is a vegetarian.
Beautiful.
Just, cause.
Same meat from Demolition Man. All right. That is all relevant information that Elder Layla has.
I think her name is Eustace.
All right, Eustace. Sorry. I got caught in the heat of the moment.
Well, thank you, Miss Eustace. Or is it Mrs.?
It's... Well, I still hold him dear... It still hold him dear to my heart. But unfortunately, my husband has passed.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
It comes with old age.
I'm having to stop myself from making a comment on that one.
I'll use this.
80-year-old age can sit with one of the youngins, and they can write down all this useful information you actually have.
I just told it to you and she wrote it down.
You don't want to keep it within your, small village as well?
The tales will get told on our next summer event.
How far away is it from summer?
Maybe a month.
You might.
Does she look like she has a month left of life?
Who knows? Old age can take them anywhere.
Can I use a medicine?
No.
Can I use a medicine skill check?
Sure.
Who would know other than the only human in the group?
She'll be fine.
She's probably got 2 months in there.
She'll be fine. She seems wise and capable.
Thank you, madam.
Well, we got our further lead here.
Indeed. Okay. I will go, since the others did it.
Big, mostly toothless smile.
I'm not something that.
While that was all going on, Elvor, Devlin, they're trying to be stealthy. They're trying to, not draw attention to themselves. But the 3 children from earlier are kind of like cartoon in a line, just their heads just peeking around and staring. It could be the fine dress. It could be, pretty people. Could be the pointy ears that they've never seen before.
I'm just going to turn, beckon them over.
They immediately, being summoned, come bolting to the 2 of you.
I'm gonna take a knee, say, "Would you like to see some magic?"
Yeah.
And I'm just going to pull out my lute, and I'm gonna drum a couple chords and cast Prestidigitation, and just make a shower of sparks come flying off the lute.
He's fancy and magical.
Yes, just him.
I'm jealous.
Look, he's got a noise box thingy.
Mm-hmm.
I hope one day maybe I can learn to play that.
Takes a lot of time and practice. You can't shirk your responsibilities to just play it.
I mean,
Okay, children, I have a question.
yes, ma'am. And the girl who was practicing the curtsy with you does as you showed her perfectly this time.
Wonderful. Look at you learn so quickly.
They say I'm the smartest kid here in the farm.
Oh, I believe it.
What's your question, ma'am?
My question is, have any of you seen anything spooky and strange in the woods?
And all together, Uki.
All 3 of them are just like not like look at each other, but like eyes clearly like, no, ma'am, we're not allowed to go in the woods.
Sometimes we do things we're not allowed to do.
I want to
Weird.
insight check that. I want to insight check that so bad.
Go for it. Both of you may, as you were conversing with these children. Luxor, would you like to use your advantage that you have?
Yeah, I'll use the advantage I have.
Oh yeah, these kids are totally full of shit. Have definitely been doing things they're not supposed to be doing.
You know, sometimes doing things you're not supposed to do makes it even more fun.
That would be bad, and our parents wouldn't like it. Well, like that.
Your parents just want you to stay safe, and sometimes they get a little cautious. We won't tell your parents a thing.
Yes, between us, it will stay here. We won't tell his soul.
There's a little man out in the woods.
Little man, what does he look like?
He's about as tall as us. But like he jingles and jangles, like the human that you're traveling with.
Jingles and jangles, or he has armor like chain.
But we couldn't understand. He was talking real ornery like, but we couldn't understand anything he was saying. He
Can you
just
do your very best impression of what he sounded like? It's lovely. Thank you so much. I'm guessing that doesn't sound close enough to any kind of language to guess.
that they do not know language as well. They barely know common.
Bless.
Oh, unless they're tiny, demented hearts.
Does he have a mask
However,
on?
1 second, let me look at your sheets. Real quick. Character sheet, Devlin. Languages. Not Devlin. Elvor. Character sheet, Elvor. Nope. Okay. No, I didn't see any. No. Just green skin and pointy ears like yours.
Green skin and pointy ears.
It's like
I'm sure you don't see that around here often.
No. I mean, we've seen people get like real tan from all that time spent out in the fields and stuff, but we never seen the sun turn somebody green.
Interesting. Well, can you point me in the direction you saw this tiny man?
Yeah, we would never go in the forest.
If you did, where do you think we would find him?
I mean, we found him at what we call the Devil's Crack.
Clever children. The devil's crack.
Right, because the woods are bad, so it's like where the devil lives.
Of course. And that's the only reason why.
Yeah.
If I were to go that direction, just point a finger.
But they point back the way you came. Where there was a path leading to the forest. But once you go in there, okay, and be careful. You gotta be quick and you gotta be quiet. Quick and quiet.
Quick and quiet.
Because we tried to tell Brother Zachary and he listened, and then he told nobody ain't nobody allowed to go in the forest no more. But the rats just aren't just in the field. There's rats in the woods. There's rats in the woods. And then Brother Zachary was saying that there's wolves in the woods now. So we didn't go. We ain't gone back to the woods ever since he said there was wolves. They'll gobble us right up, like what my Meemaw says happens to Granny when I'm wearing my red outfit.
One final question, children. Just one. Are you not allowed in the woods because of the tiny man or something else?
And we're not allowed now we're not allowed in the woods because the wolf.
Or before?
Before they said that the woods were haunted a long time ago, and sometimes people disappear. My gram though.
Yes. Tell me.
Before she passed, and she told me that sometimes people that go out into the woods don't come back themselves.
Woods are very spooky and scary.
Yeah.
Were you scared?
I mean, not until I saw the little man.
Oh, wonderful. It's so good of you to be so brave.
I mean, you're right. We should be more brave.
Do I have anything in my pockets I can give them? Just like something shiny?
I will say yes, you probably do, given your character.
Give them each something shiny from my pockets.
A gold coin.
No, Pierce, I would never talk shit about orcs. You know me better than that.
He said they were little, Pierce.
All right, and with that, that is both conversations that both groups of this split had. And right around the time that the children knew trinkets and a resolve to be more brave, scamper off deeper into the village. Or into the
Kids are
farmstead.
richer than anybody else in the town now.
Absolutely. They are now the richest people in town.
Oh, we'll stay off. That took me so long to find the door again.
It's the door symbol.
I didn't see the door symbol because I was over in the corner and facing away from it, and there was a wall between me and the door. And I loved it, but I hated it.
More information gathered. Roleplay.
You want to tell them about the tree?
Oh, yes, I suppose we should share the information we gathered.
Can someone else share that might speak quickly?
Well, how quickly
Oh, I
can
can
speak
keep the
with
message out fast enough. You should learn to take your time with things, Devlin. You must enjoy every moment.
Dara is in
Oh, I enjoy as many moments as I can.
There's a tree in the field. It's all rotted. I believe you encountered it already.
I quickly just
Running
tear out
from
the
the
page from my
rats.
notes so I can hand it to him.
Thank you, love.
Well,
Well, the brave little children said the woods were haunted. Maybe the tree is out that way, too. Hands back page.
Stick it back in the notebook. Now there's just a loose page there.
As the children also said something else strange.
Children say strange things all the time.
Oh, most assuredly.
You gonna say anything? You're just gonna.
I was just waiting for the leader to ask for the question. Anyway, they said they encountered, don't tell anyone, of course, I swore I wouldn't. Tell their parents. They went out into the woods and encountered a small green man with pointy ears who jingle jangled, just like you, leader.
Your obsession with the word leader is kind of disturbing. It'd be almost as disturbing if you called me that.
I do love a man that takes charge.
Give me a moment real quick. I'm gonna hustle over to Zach, and I'm gonna, hey Zach,
Zachary.
Zachary, you have two kids going into the woods. Just to let you know. You might want to wrangle them and make sure they understand your rules.
I'll speak to their parents.
And stay away from the forest for the moment.
I've told everybody to stay away from the forest, but thank you.
Well, you might want to reinforce a little bit, you know, with a belt.
I will talk to their parents. Thank you, sir.
Put a leash on them, you know. That's what the belt's for.
I cannot move myself.
You can't?
Oh, you're probably just inside the wall.
Oh, right, there's a wall there. Okay, try now.
No, thank you.
I'm gonna run back. Ooh.
Can I roll a history check to see if this description that Devlin has given us rings a bell of anything?
Sounds like a problem.
Sure.
Anything other than just goblin?
I mean, it's an armored goblin.
Hang on. Miss Eustace over there, not going back towards the house, said that
Sounds like a goblin.
when the town or the village was first being established, their elder at the time chopped the roots of a tree that was supposedly important to a nature spirit, and that there was possibly another one out somewhere out in the forest.
Wasn't that in your sheet you handed her?
It was.
Oh, I'm misremembering NPCs. The green man did not jingle jangle like Durant.
Okay.
It was in my sheet that I handed to Devlin, but Eldor there didn't get a chance to read the sheet.
I mean, if Pat was able to get a chance to actually talk all the way, we'd all know the details.
They're out.
Goblins and wolves are not so strange of a combination.
What did you go over there and tell Zachary?
Those of you,
We'll stay away from the forest.
all of you will see Zachary like wanders over to one woman, talks to her, wanders to another adult, talks to him.
They need to stay away from the forest till we clear it.
Durant, did you tell that man that the kids were going into the woods?
Why, yes, sir, I did.
You're an
Laws
So you
and
can't
rules are made for
trust
reasons.
me. I understand now.
Laws and the rules are made for reasons, sir.
I'm not going to tell you anything anymore because now those kids who gave us one of our best leads are not going to trust us.
Laws and rules we made for reasons. We can't have them go in the forest right now, sir.
We're above the law. We're defenders.
No one is above the law.
Wait.
You understand trust or just faith?
Faith is trust.
No.
Trust is
They are
faith.
different.
Very different.
Not in this heart.
They have gotten great information, but they also need to understand the seriousness and the danger in their actions.
Children need to learn and
Children.
explore.
They are lucky they made it back. Nature is not a forgiving place. Going in unprepared could get your life lost.
Well, you could find all kinds of fun when you're not looking.
Well, they can go back to that forest and have fun once we make sure it's safe.
No.
Well, they
now
won't
their
be
parents
allowed
are
back
going
in
to
there now
trap
that
them in
it's...
their homes.
Well, that's for them to decide at their leash.
We'll need to put you on a leash.
I don't say leash around you.
I guess
Wouldn't
the
mind
church
it.
already did that.
Rules should be followed. Rules are created for reasons. All right. Safety is important, especially for youngins.
So let's keep all the children in a box. Forever and ever.
Didn't say that. Keep them out of the fucking forest with a fucking goblin I will, though.
Grow up nice and sheltered, just like you.
And I'm sure you're a blessing to parties too.
I am. Thank you for
All of
noticing.
are. Not what it should say. Matt specifically. Oh, Matt. By the way, that's my backstory. I never really asked this question. I should have. She's not from the house that is out for me, right?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay.
We must venture into the wilds and confront this threat.
We're not sure if the goblins are a threat, but the wolves are definitely a threat. And we're also looking for a tree that looks like another tree.
I'm so glad there's someone here to tell us what's a threat.
Where there's one goblin, there are many. Watch your backs.
Unless they're outcasts.
Definitely.
The only outcast here soon will be us when none of these people trust us.
The people
Because-
will trust us. The kids
Yes.
will appreciate us later on in life.
Have you any wisdom or knowledge to impart? What do you think we should do?
Yeah, no, can I roll?
Oh, hell yeah, you can. What are you trying to do?
Trying to think if I have any experience or if I've read anything.
Of being
or
a bad
seen anything
kid?
like that. Huh?
Of being a bad kid?
Learning and exploring.
Uh, hmm. Let me look at the character sheet real quick. See if we can't figure this out.
Yeah, like Arcana or
Arcana's for magic.
I mean, it seems kind of magical with the plagues and stuff.
You know what? That's a good point. Sure, roll me Arcana.
Why is this a trap? It's worse because it was my idea.
Didn't bot. Holy shit.
You know what? We're gonna spend that harm that you have for disadvantage. Gotta make them redeems count.
At least it wasn't combat.
It's true. You guys ran away before that could get going.
So many
So the path is up ahead. The tree you guys ran away from with the rats is up ahead as well. Can we avoid that tree on the way out to the forest?
Well, that's the tree that she said that they cut the roots at.
And we gotta find a similar tree out in the forest. So we gotta find a tree among a forest. I guess.
Hey, Kelly.
The forest for its trees.
Harmon deadly. Okay. Now, Devlin, because the kids pointed you, you know that where they said how to get to the forest is not in the direction of the field.
I, for one, would really like to know what kind of magic is being used to plague this area and maybe track down the source of that so we can put an end to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's with me.
I don't seem to know anything.
No, this does not strike you as something you've ever heard of.
The source may be in the forest. However, these people could have defiled something sacred, but I don't see anything around here like that.
You seem
Do I?
entirely too boring for that.
I mean, the kids could have definitely done something out in the woods if there's a tree out there. The reason kids should follow rules.
Oh, where should we go?
Yes, Durant, where should we go?
We should go to the forest.
Lead the way.
As you guys make your way back up here, towards
While we're walking, I'll play my hand drum.
as you come making your way up here, the old man referred to as Paw seems frantically looking about. And the grim looking guy who is off to the side is no longer there. The man who was hoeing the land keeps calling out for Jimmy! Jimmy, where'd you go, boy? And his calling out alerts the two that one of the other kids had been talking to up to the north, and they all come and meet and gather. The kids should be gone. I deleted you. God.
Yes, delete the children.
By the way, there's a little midget right here. I love it.
Yeah. So the three parents frantically looking around. All of them calling out for their children. Not able to find them.
Where did you see the child last?
Oh, they were following y'all.
Troubling.
Then Brother Zachary came and said that they've been going out into the woods. But I know my daughter, she would never, especially now with two boys.
I'm gonna glare and glance over at the other two.
Goblin sightings.
Goblin sightings? What are you talking about, old timer?
Your children. They told us of goblins in the woods.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What?
Need to be goblins.
This situation could be dire. We need to act quickly.
We need to act, Pat. Let's not get into be goblins. They might be people. Let's not upset everybody here for the second.
Hoe in hand starts running towards the forest.
Fuck.
We need to go.
Just telling everyone anything
Your
really is
weapon.
working out well.
I'm gonna put my mouth over this little tiny old man and haul him off.
Your mouth? You're going to put your mouth
Put my
over.
hand over his mouth. And I'm gonna just drag him away. If you guys could just peacefully wait here, we will go check on the kids and make sure they're nice and good and return them as soon as we can.
The blonde human farmer kisses his wife on the top of her head and then ignores what Durant says and goes chasing after his friend who also stormed off into the woods.
They will need our aid. Let's go. And as fast as Pat can move, he's following them.
For God's sakes,
Wait.
stop getting the town in a goddamn frenzy. Now we have to look after two other idiots, as well as the three kids that they told that they should go out and have fun in the forest that's filled with fucking goblins and wolves.
Are we considered in a forest environment right now?
Not yet.
Yeah.
You're about to be.
As soon as I do get to the forest, man, I'm very quick.
Yeah.
Unnaturally quick.
Pat, I appreciate you, but we need to make sure that we're not sending the public into a frenzy like this next time.
You're talking to something that isn't there anymore. I'm following
I'm following
you
you.
guys.
You ain't hustling as fast yet. We're not in the forest yet, buddy.
You take steps, following after the townsfolk that are running into the forest. The dangerous, goblin, wolf-infested forest that their children have run to, and also allegedly gone into. At least that's the best that they can figure, considering they can't find their kids anymore. Serene, peaceful. Well, for those of you that like nature, for those of you that are more city style, you thought the farms were bad. At least the farms are maintained. This thicket of trees and brush, rocky surfaces. If these are indeed goblin/wolf infested lands, there's so many places that danger could be waiting around every corner.
Well, we're lucky to have someone so experienced.
And let me find you guys. Where did I
We
put you?
cannot become lost by magical means,
Uh-huh.
or even except by magical means, so I meant to say.
That's
We
fine.
remain alert to danger.
How does that work?
We can't be surprised.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ambushed.
Yeah. It's one of the few benefits of Rangers, actually.
I know if there's a goblin around the corner.
Yep.
They can't trick me.
Fair. Oh, I forgot. I know Pat and Durant were going into the forest. Is anybody else? Is anybody not going to the forest?
I'm
I'm
following,
going
so I can chronicle their inevitable demises.
Okay. Ashley, are you go? Is what's her name?
Lucinia.
Is Lucinia going to the forest?
Yes.
Devlin,
Yes.
thank you.
That's our two friends are going.
I just wanted to make sure. I dragged you all out, but I didn't want to be a jerk. Devlin. Devlin, Elvor, and Lucinia. Intelligence, please.
Okay.
Awesome. 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 Hell yeah. As you're standing here, just like, oh, I don't want to do this. Remember, you gotta be quick and fast. Quick and quiet. That's how you get around in the forest. You remember the children telling you about their definite non-adventures in the forest. It's all manner of bad things. You gotta be quick and quiet. All right. Well then, guys. Guys, this was episode 1. Session 1, rather. What do we think of Real D&D run by DM Daddy?
I am loving the maps. So much more than when you gave me the sneak preview of them.
Yes. Just wait, the forests definitely don't get thicker and more dangerous or anything.
Oh yeah. You got me really good. Sad that I didn't take any fire spells.
Well, you're allowed to pick whatever you wanted to pick. I'm not in charge of that.
Oh, I'm aware.
I mean, thank goodness there was. Thank goodness there was urgency, and you guys didn't decide to rest before going into the woods. It's all good. Either way,
Figure it out. We got a week.
Yeah, this is the point in time where everybody says nice things about each other. We'll start with someone who hasn't been with us in a while, John, aka Luxor, player of Elvor. Who made your night?
Definitely Jen with the tandem convincing these kids to tell us their dirty secret about going into the woods.
Yeah. All right, beautiful. JenOfThieves, player of Devlin.
Deadly for being like the most righteous hypocrite I've ever seen played.
Hell yeah.
This is beautiful.
Means that deadly goes hard.
Mitch?
It's a tough choice, really.
Uh-huh.
I really liked Devlin with the British snobbiness.
Yes.
It was really fun.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Go
Is
ahead.
Sturt a paladin?
He's
by
a cleric.
chance?
He's a cleric.
Oh,
He's
I got paladin all the way through.
He's a cleric of Torm.
Which Torm is a little more stricter on things, so.
Torm may, in fact, be, God about laws and whatnot. And following them. The sword hand of Tyr. I definitely was not reading everybody's gods and stuff today when not driving. Deadly.
I gotta give it to the old man.
Hell yeah. Oh, this is yours and Mitch's first time playing together.
Oh
I
yeah.
kind of want to throw him in the wolves, but at the same time, he's pissing off the aristocrats so well.
He's not pissing off the aristocrats. The cleric is pissing off the aristocrat.
He was talking very slowly. It was great.
And Ashley, the many names player of Lucinia.
I'm gonna give my props to Jen for just immediate classism divide in the group, and just wanting to stick with me and Elvor over going with the two non-Elven.
Racism in D&D is a very real thing.
Very real.
It's very real. Always has been. Always will be. Usually it's the humans being racist as fuck, but here we are with Elfborns.
Goblins are savage, primitive beings.
Whoa.
Tear
No,
your
they're
flesh
not.
from the bone.
My best friend's a fucking goblin, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I love the just roleplay of. So I'm hosting a party next week.
All right. So, guys, if you're not part of our Discord community, we would love to have you over there. All of us are fairly active, some more than others, but we're all there. We'd love to talk with you and chat with you and stuff. Discord is also where we vote for all the games. And guess what? It's almost voting season again. Almost.
Jesus Christ, is it really?
Dude, we are now 3 months into the year.
I know. I don't feel right.
Which means, sometime in April, the votes for next season's games will begin. So head on over there if you're not there already. You can either click the link I just posted in chat or click the in the description down below if you're watching us in the future on YouTube. Segue, YouTube. Did you like these lovely role players and their ability to role play real good? Do you like the way that I do things? You should check out all of our games. All of our games are over on YouTube. Edited down and there for your perusal. And nice handy-dandy playlists labeled with what game system and what they are. So if you haven't subscribed to us over on YouTube, give us a little punch that bell. Give us a like, a subscribe. Leave us a comment, etc., etc., etc. That'll be great.
He did a negative comment. He loves them.
Yes, I do actually love negative comments. It gives me life to know that people on the internet are expressing their opinions, and not everybody. If we're not your cup of tea, that's cool. Boom. And Patreon. Patreon is how we fund all of these adventures. It's how we afford things like these cool maps and me taking the hours it takes to make all the line of sights and blocking and trees and stuff, etc. Patreon gets you all kinds of cool things. $1 or more, you get credits in the YouTube videos. Further and beyond that, all kinds of things. Access to a private Discord channel. First pick draft of being able to join one-shots. Freaking merch, slots in games, so many things. And of course, the ever precious, ever valuable free channel point redeem so you can fuck with your favorite characters or help them, up to you if you're feeling nice. Whatevs. We will be back on Friday with Werewolf the Apocalypse Prophecies, our season 2 of Werewolf the Apocalypse. What started with Rise of the Phoenix, now that pack of teenage werewolves finds themselves in even more danger and stuff. Yeah. And if that doesn't tickle your fancy, Sunday, we have JenOfThieves running our Highlander campaign, where a whole bunch of immortals and stuff, and one normal human person, are trying to get to the bottom of some nefarious immortal bullshit. Party infighted, totally included.
Great. They're doing so good.
I love how it took Jason 7 episodes to finally take damage.
Finally. All right, we were joined by Ashley the Mage, Rage, Witch, Brick, Magic Ashley, Ashley the Witch, etc., etc., etc. Many names. Deadly Ambitions, the portrayer of the lovely, awesome, my favorite cleric of Torm, Durant Lionsteel. Mitch, player of Pat Mudfoot. Mitch always brings the fire with his characters. This is his third character he's played with us. All of them have been so vastly different. just so fucking well portrayed. And who knew that a random Facebook would turn into such a mainstay player in our games? Luxor1091 made his triumphant return tonight. It's been a while. We haven't seen him since Killian. That's an old Scion Season 1 joke. Killian. Not really Killian, but still. We are so happy that he is back, and I'm looking forward to way more adventures with Elvor the Bard, who's just an accountant. Not that kind of bard. Not that kind of bard. And of course, JenOfThieves joined this group, and I guess this means JenOfThieves is going to have to be back next week, since she's currently stuck in the woods with these guys.
Yes.
Hello. Oh my god, that is a name. Hello, Evility Tycoon 97. I hope your night is finding you well. Unfortunately, you came in at the tail end. Tycoon would suffice. Okay, well, I already did it. Sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Again, we'll be back Friday with Werewolf, Sunday with Highlander, and of course, Aeternum. Well, Session 2 will take place next Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us on Discord. Join us on YouTube. And if you don't want Twitch/Amazon to take half your money, consider Patreon. Spiels. They're done. And remember, if I don't see you this weekend, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And Daddy loves you very much. Good night.